Hey there and welcome to Glittering the Coast. My name is Angela and today we're going to be talking about cactus and succulent tumblers, and we're going to be putting vinyl on as well as adding glitter and some striping. So let's get started. I'm going to be using this vinyl and I'm cutting it in the middle of this actual pattern. So everything is going to be linked in the description. This vinyl came from Zindy and it's really pretty. And I'm just going to be cutting off the four edges of this vinyl. And my editing kind of got a little carried away today and it didn't show everything, but y'all get the point. Take off all that white edging off of that vinyl. Now what I'm doing here is I do the wet method every single time that I do pattern vinyl onto my tumbler. It makes it very easy for you to remove if you are having any sort of sticking, or if you're not lining it up properly like I always do. This is a really great way of adding vinyl onto your cups. So you just take a little bit of Dawn dish soap and some water, put your vinyl into the water, and then you're going to wet your cup, and then you will eventually put on the vinyl onto your cup. After that, you're going to be smoothing all the vinyl onto your cup, and this took some time for me. It took about probably 3 or 4 minutes to actually line it up properly the way I wanted it to go. I removed it several times. There is so much stickiness to it whenever you do it with the wet method, so I absolutely recommend that. You're going to take an X-Acto knife after you get your vinyl on the way you want it, and you're going to lightly cut through that top layer. And you want to make sure you're not cutting through the bottom layer, because if you accidentally do, it could peel up or epoxy could get underneath that, and that would not be a good thing. So just make sure that you're being very careful once you cut it. Then you can take a squeegee and use the soft side of it and just squeegee out all of the excess water or any air bubbles that have been caught underneath that vinyl. Now this is a 20-ounce tumbler. I typically do 20-ounce tumblers for my tutorials because they are a little bit easier for me to do, a little less product that I have to use. But yes, just continue squeegeeing out any excess water or any air bubbles. If you do have an air bubble that isn't getting squeezed out, you can take a pin and just pop that bubble with no problem. So I'm taping off with my painter's tape all of the vinyl, and I want to make sure that I'm not going over the vinyl onto the silver because I want all of my silver part painted, and I am going to be protecting my cup now with the painter's tape so that I don't get any spray paint on this tumbler. I actually had to go back in and spray paint a little bit more after I glittered because I made a mistake. I didn't like what I had done, and I got a little bit of spray paint on my vinyl because I was just in a rush. But I took some alcohol and I wiped it off, and I was praying that it wouldn't remove the ink off of this vinyl, and it didn't. It was absolutely perfect, so I was super happy about that. So just going in and making sure that everything is taped off properly. I do like to fold the blue tape onto itself a little bit so that when it comes time to remove the tape, it is easy to do. And I'm not picking, or ruining my vinyl that is underneath it. So you can see here, my vinyl, my tape was folded over, and I am just removing it without any issues, really. So if you're stumped with how to actually remove your tape, this is a really good way of doing it without scratching what is underneath your tape. So I spray painted my tumbler gold, and I don't know why I picked that color, honestly. I was just hoping that it would work well with my glitter color, and it did. So I'm very satisfied with what I have spray painted it. You can do whatever color your heart desires. So with all of my tumbler tutorials, I use a KS Resin Liquidy Split Ultra UV, and I put all of my epoxy in honey bottles. It's very easy for you to measure that way. And so I highly recommend that, especially if you're having a little bit of issues with measuring your product properly. So I took 2.5 milliliters of both A and B, put it in my cup and stirring it to make sure that it is fully combined. And I'm putting the epoxy on both the gold painted surfaces on the top of the tumbler and on the bottom. You want to make sure you have enough on there that everything is liquidy and glossy and wet, but you don't want a dripping mess, because if you do, you will have problems later with sanding or you'll have drips everywhere with your whenever you glitter. So just make sure that you're putting the epoxy on, and if you have too much on there, you can totally wipe it off. That's no problem at all. So for today's tutorial, I am using glitter from BeeJay's glitter, and you can save some money using my code in the description, so make sure to head over there and check that out. So this first one is called Egyptian Lover. It is a gorgeous gold. You definitely want to get this. This one is between a fine and a chunky. It's like a medium size, and I just sprinkled it very lightly on the top and on the bottom. And then I'm going in now with Latte from BeeJay's glitter, and it's a beautiful brown color. It has some pretty pigments in it. It's super shiny, but it's not crazy shiny. That's why I wanted to add the Egyptian Lover in there, and it actually turned out beautiful. It was just enough of the Egyptian Lover to poke through little bitty tiny specks, and these colors work really, really well together. So definitely get both of them. They're very beautiful. So I did, usually I tell people, please spray paint your glitter to make sure that it stays in place, and do as I say, not as I do. I did not do that here, but it's okay. So I usually spray paint with Rust-Oleum 2x clear, and that just keeps the glitter sealed, and it keeps it in place so that it does not get into any part of the tumbler that you're not ready to get it into. So since I did not spray paint it, I went in first on the vinyl because I didn't really want that to have any glitter on it this time. So I just made sure that that was evenly coated, and then I went in on the top and the bottom of this tumbler where the glitter was, and just kind of kept it separate from the vinyl as best as I could. I used probably, let's see, on this one, between 20 and 30 milliliters of epoxy on a 20-ounce tumbler. So typically with these tumblers, on your first coat, you're going to need about 30 ounces for 30 milliliters for a 20-ounce tumbler. And I really don't have a bigger cup if I have a 30-ounce tumbler, so I make the 30 milliliters work on that as well. So just go through very thoroughly. Make sure that your glitter is completely covered with epoxy, and after that you're going to be going in with your heat gun, your torch, and you're going to pop any micro bubbles. Let this spin. With this epoxy, you want to make sure that your room temperature is about 72 degrees at the coolest and up to 80 degrees at the warmest. And you want to make sure that you have relatively low humidity in your room. Mine typically works well with like 50% humidity in the room. So going in with the second coat of epoxy here, I did additional coats of epoxy as well. I don't know what happened to this tutorial, you guys. It just wasn't happening. I have deleted those videos somehow, but after I cleaned my tumbler with acetone here, I trimmed up the edges with my X-Acto knife, and then I sanded it well. I did another step, but I put on probably 2 or 3 more coats of epoxy on top of this to make sure that you couldn't feel the striping or the vinyl or the glitter. So that part's not in there. I don't know what happened to my video, but I go around the top very well. At this point in time, there's 2 coats of epoxy on, and I make sure that there is a nice smooth finish, as smooth as I can get at this point in time. And I want to make sure that my cups are really, really smooth for my customers. So I take really good attention to detail on that top part and make sure that it's really nice and smooth with the X-Acto knife, the sanding block, and my sandpaper. If you have any questions on what I use, everything's linked in the description. So I've got some really pretty rose gold, what is this, cricket textured vinyl, and I made some stripes with it with my Silhouette Cameo, and I did thin stripes where the vinyl and the glitter meet. And I don't show it here because I was fighting with this vinyl forever and ever and ever. It's so hard to do pinstripes, so y'all don't get discouraged with that either. But I went in on the top and the bottom, and I added a little bit of a thicker stripe, and you'll see that at the end of the video. And then I spray painted that with Rust-Oleum 2x clear, and I had some problems with it. So I went in afterwards and I used, let's see, what did I use? I used the Minwax polyacrylic in clear, and I sealed my vinyl that way, and it worked out really, really good. I had no lifting, and I had no issues with it feeling, out of sorts. So there we go with the finished product. Lots of epoxy and lots of love. If you have any questions on this tutorial, please feel free to leave a comment and I will get back to you.